Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay, everybody. Hello and welcome to the all-Peruvian match. Because we got a bit of a one nationality match going on here. We got two Peruvian teams up in the Starladder. The nice thing about this is Starladder's America. I feel like the nice thing about this is we don't have to worry about seeing anybody performing on ridiculous ping. We're just gonna have ourselves a bloody fantastic game. Once again, I'm Llama Down Under. I'm joined by PQMZ, who has hopefully gotten himself watered and fed in our small break. How you doing?
I am watered and fed, and
Excellent.
looking forward to watching.
Yeah, I am excited for both of these teams. I am crossing my fingers. I want Smash Conker again. Can I just have Smash Conker every game?
5 seconds
Play it recently?
remaining.
Yes, he's been playing it quite a bit. I've had it in a couple games I got to cast. And we won, I think. We thought it might have been support, and then Smash came out and landed every single turret, and it was beautiful and disgusting at the same time. Either way, let's get into this. We've got pretty standard bans. I think Ember Spirit, regardless of whether you're playing against Smash, always good to ban out, as is Wyvern and Night Stalker coming out of EWolves. I'm not as familiar with Unknown's lineup. I've seen their major performance. Would you targeted ban Atun? Or is there someone on their team you're thinking that is worth a target ban?
Maybe the TA, from what I saw the other day. But other than that, go with what you're least comfortable playing against, or messes with your lineup the most, which Doom probably does most of those things, so pretty good ban.
Yeah, Doom is really strong right now. I can't remember the last time I actually got to see a Doom played, and I'm pretty sure the last time I got to see a Doom played, he was a race car and killed everyone.
Radiant team.
So yeah, it's rough. Either way, Unknown goes straight away with the Quap. Atun very skilled on this hero, although we talked about before, Unknown swaps around roles and lanes sometimes, so it'll be interesting to see exactly where he goes.
Playing several stand-ins or something, because I only see 2 of the players that we cast yesterday.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's actually the normal players. I will quickly check with the admin, who will know. So I actually think it's still them. It's just a lot of these teams, because they don't have to, they use like whatever account they have on hand. But we got picks flying out. How you feeling about these?
I like the Darkseer, in because generally means your safe lane is weaker, so you can avoid the fact that it does what it does. I think it's a bit of an early pickup for the Lich, honestly, but it's obviously something
Dire team ban.
they want to have, whereas they developed for something else. So I'm curious to see what they want to pair with it.
Strong statement there. Either way, we've got Tusk banned out and Spirit Breaker. Now, I understand Spirit Breaker is very strong and so on. I just don't quite... I mean, he can cause a lot of disruption. He can be a pain to your Shadow Fiend mid who doesn't really have a good escape. He's kind of like an Earthshaker that way. But late game, it doesn't feel like he has as much impact other than maybe getting Lotus Orb up.
Well, the hero is meant to be an early game powerhouse, and when you have Darkseer, it just accelerates his aggression a lot, so it makes sense. As you said, it's really annoying to be Shadow Fiend when Spirit Breaker that can constantly charge you. You already have one support that doesn't save you from that. Design Sheld as well, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah, so... And our admin isn't sure about this roster. Since 3 of them are listed as on the team, he's like, that's good, you're allowed to have 2 stand-ins. But I am not. I think it's the players. I'm going to act like we have all the players' presence, folks. That's how this cost is going to go down. So, and yeah, they ban out the Earthshaker on Unknown. I'm a little bit surprised. I guess Oathshaker still, he received some nerfs last patch, still very all-around strong hero, and it's certainly something where if he does manage to get that max range fissure on Queen of Pain, maybe at nighttime where she doesn't have vision of him, Shadow Fiend can raise her down. She's a very squishy hero, even with that blink being up. If she's caught out of position, she'll be in a lot of trouble. And we're gonna see Ben Gyrocopter.
I really like the gyro into Daxter. I used to play with it a lot as well, and I feel confident that your gyro can do fine in that lane, with or without help.
Yeah,
As you don't have any fluff lockdown yourself.
it also feels like it does a really good job of punishing the Quap. If she blinks in, is out of position at all, she can get picked up. And same with the Darkseer, you know. You want to be iron shelling folks, but you can't really run up to the gyro so easily. Although he does have a bit of a hard time in lane against the ion shell just because his range is only that 365, which is basically shit.
Yeah, it's just enough to range it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you end up taking it quite a bit, especially the way the lanes push, so sometimes you have to go right up and rocket barrage it. It is, yeah. So,
I'm not sure how big the early nerf to rocket barrage is, because I remember whenever playing was in any of my games, I was really confident my carry would have no problems, but maybe with the nerf to rocket barrage, it's slightly harder to push the lane now. I don't think it'll be too big, gyro.
So, and also, just so folks know, M-God, I believe, is Mystico, and then Stinger will be N3. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure why we don't have real names up. I will ask them in the next lobby so that I can get confirmation from the players so that we are not as blind as bats.
The thing that I think makes sense is if they list their name as something, that's what they want to be called by. For that series, unless it's some retarded
No,
name, like
so
when
basically,
he does his anime names.
yeah, so recently they lifted the restrictions on changing your name. So
Yeah,
a
I
lot
heard
of
about
people
that.
are just changing them for funsies, which unfortunately does make my life a little more difficult as a caster, but either way, I'll just check in the lobby. I always like to check in with players to see what they actually prefer to be called. But let's get back into this band. We got an Ogre Magi. He's one of my favorite heroes. I like Lucky's things. But they're going full armor strat on EWolves. They've got the minus armor from Slaughter. They got Shadow Fiend with Presence of Dark Lord, and they got Lich to buff up all of their heroes. And we talked about this Tiny. Doesn't start with much armor. You add the amp damage. Yeah, he's got craggy exterior eventually, but that guy is going to be easy to beat down this early game.
And Shadow Shaman's a really scary hero. Can go both ways, but I feel like hero's underutilized a lot these days.
Yeah. I feel like he's a very similar hero to Lion. It's just the version where you really want more pushing and less ganking impact, perhaps.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, the thing is, this game, like, you have a really strong
5
core of
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
Unknown probably going to try and avoid fighting at certain game because you're at
Reserve
certain
time.
points of your mech on the Shadow Fiend, your gyro having certain item timings, and then the Starladder gets blink. And the Shadow Shaman just gives a second way to push towers, drop ward and towers. It gives you a way to initiate on heroes that are pushing on you. So I really like the pickup here. It just rounds up the lineup quite well.
Yep. And for Unknown, while the Ogre Magi and the Darkseer can certainly be one of those lanes which harasses the shit out of the Gyrocopter, it does feel like Ogre Magi, he falls off a lot faster than someone like Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman seems to have utility in the game.
Ogre's one of the heroes that really messes you don't have beekeepers up though, because he can stun you for such a long time. It gives him his team the ability to follow up. There's not too many heroes that can do that without caring their own life, like Ogre doesn't. Shadow Shaman going in and locking someone down for seconds is extremely vulnerable in that time. Buttons and maybe get a few multicasts. And obviously the fact he buffs up Tiny with the Bloodlust, same with the Quap.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised Unknown was able to snag the Wisp there. I kind of overlooked it because they picked the Tiny first, but they managed to get it out. EWolves not banning it, and I guess feeling comfortable. At the same time, a relocate onto any of these heroes. They're all squishy, and we've seen this before. This is going to be a Stinger Slaughter. It's
10
off lane.
seconds remaining.
It's not a guy that gets to farm up a lot.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's probably going to be quite a hard safe lane for him because they're on his own. Deal with. And fine if the Ogre's not bottom with the Darkseer, then it's even harder.
Yep. So
Prepare
let's
for
quickly
battle.
go around introducing the teams. We've got Kataru on Tiny. We've got Zatok on Io. We've got Quap being played by, I think that is a ton. Doxia is going to be on Greedy, and Ogre Magi, of course, is going to be Hoshimiki, which is not the name. It's just not the name. I really think they're just taking advantage of player name change options. I really doubt either of these teams have changed rosters since EWolves has been so stable for so long.
Well, we know over on EWolves the Mystico.
Mystico,
on the Lich.
yes.
Yeah, it is Mystico because you have Masoko on the Shadow Shaman, Shadow Fiend
30
3 or
seconds to
N3 on the
That's
Starladder.
Stinger. I know you're
yeah.
like, I want to call it 3, but I'm like, damn it, players, stop changing your names.
Then Van on the Gyro, who ended up going boots first to deal with the Darkseer, which I like. Actually, might
Oh
kill him
goodness.
here.
Yeah,
If
but can
change
they
the
hold him
shackle
for
right.
long enough? He didn't go for the shackle yet. He might be out of range if he doesn't use it. Yeah, he's just Masoku. He chilled all the way back there. I'm not quite sure.
Gyro messed up his rocket, or she used it too early and was out of range, so maybe he was thinking there wasn't enough kill potential with only the one rock barrage.
Yeah, could be. So it's the ranged creep in middle, already gonna help Smash get a good start off there. And on the other hand, Smash does have to deal with this early ward. I've never seen this ward before, actually. It's cosmetic. Oh, that's actually
Oh, I thought
creepy
you
as
meant the
shit.
placement.
No, I've seen that placement. It's a frog. I thought it was a really pretty flower, and then it's like a really ugly fish frog. Anyway, we have dual mids coming out. I think Lich is just gonna chill here for a wave and then stack. How does SF? I feel like if he makes one wrong step here, he goes down.
It's gonna take a while before he can go down from one wrong step. I'd say at least level 3.
As we say that, he takes quite a bit of harass.
Yeah, he should be able to get his bottle to happen. So with the Lich here, just being able to.
He has 0 hits, by the way. Smash. He's having a rough time. He finally gets one. There we go.
It makes sense that he wants to go for the Wraith and just but I personally just feel like Wraith build's a lot safer these days.
Yeah.
Don't rely on having to burn your regen, ferrying the salve out, etc. Like if you just had this one out, this harass wouldn't be anywhere near as big deal.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
good against the burst, so I can see the logic.
He's getting all the levels, and yeah, he's salved up. He's gonna be a-okay. Lich off. Actually, not off stacking yet. Was kind of expecting that. Looking at this top lane, we've already talked about it. Queen of Pain should have an easy time with that Shadow Strike, but it looks like they're trying to go on bottom again. They hold him out, but he's too near the creeps. I think it might be Masoku who's our first blood, and he goes down. Can they do anything to Greedy? It doesn't look like it, and I think Masoku tanking too much of this Iron Shell right here. Just a bit of a whiff.
Definitely can't go on the Ogre or the Darkseer when there's a group wave round. I honestly don't think you can go on them even if they're both stacked on top. You just don't have the damage yet.
Yeah, Doxia has ridiculous armor, so you're not getting him with the auto attacks, and of course hoping to get him with the magic damage, but both of these heroes surprisingly tanky. Considering
It's gonna be a really hard lane to deal with, and the Wisp getting a rune as well is gonna make this mid lane even easier for them.
Yeah. So Masoku is now up top. He definitely might be able to do something to Quappy. She's taking a lot of harass from the creeps. She's the 2 tangas. He's eating through the trees. He's got the hold. He is going to be the Slitherine Curse. They're chaining them beautifully, and with the Ether Shock, they get it. Although Stinger, okay, he's just going to take a little bit of damage. So we already got ourselves 2 quick kills.
I really like that rotation. Is she going mid? Shadow Fiend?
Yeah, they're going middle shadow, but we got some action on bottom too. It looks like Smash is going down slowly and eventually. That haste rune doing too much work, and looks like Van got himself out. What happened in the mid? I didn't see the initiation. Did he just haste up there?
Yeah, Tiny just ran, got the combo off, just followed through. simple stuff. Shadow Fiend just got out of position, being there to help him.
And it's just really unlucky as well that they got a haste, you know? DD rune, he wouldn't go down. Illusions, not that one either, so pretty unlucky there for Smash. But Shadow Fiend can flash farm to catch back up.
Yeah, the Lich has already got one stack for him, a second one here as well, so he just needs to play slightly more passive, get his levels, not die too much.
Yeah. Now, overall, if you're EWolves, how do you take advantage of the fact that they're running an IO tiny? I mean, it does feel like you're a little bit in danger of all of your heroes being squishy, so you have to make sure constantly that your jungle isn't warded to avoid the rotations, the relocate ganks. But other than that, is there something you can do? It doesn't feel like they have easy pairs, because Shadow wants to be farmed constantly.
You do stuff like this bottom where you
Yeah.
cash out.
They actually managed to catch him here. They used most of the surge time, and they get him picked off. I didn't think they would make it. I thought he'd just surge out, but it turns out Shackle, it lost for years.
Yeah, it's really nice that he went for the so he has the ability to do. Actually going to be able to get a Shackle off here. Big Jar is starting to hit creep.
Oh, we have a
Going
toss
in.
back onto Smash. He's gonna escape up here. Queen of Pain's picked off someone in the meantime. Smash, maybe if he just turned around and auto-attacked, he would have got it. I feel like he had enough damage there, and to talk while he was bottling up, he got pretty low before the bottling up. Maybe Smash could have done something, but it is a rough mid lane. Like, you're squishy. And I didn't see what happened up top, but it does look like Queen of Pain probably just walked him down. She's got 2 points in Shadow Strike and 2 points in that screen.
I don't like the fact Starladder went for an early point in back either. I'm probably just hoping he gets some RNG on the quap.
Thought you had that, didn't you?
I feel
Like,
you expecting him to max Slithering Crush.
I've seen people go like 3-3-0-1 at level 7, so move speed from sprints definitely the way of you getting in and out of fights. So if you feel like they have slightly more mobile cores, which they do this game, Bop and
Lich is
Daxia.
very much dead. Goodbye, sweet Prince Mystico. Not much to do. You got caught out of position there, and you don't beat Ion Shells. I'm pretty sure even without the Ion Shells, Ogre Magi has a good chance of killing him. Just because of how hard you hit on that hero and how slow it makes people. Even though Lich is a faster base movement speed hero. He even has boots.
Look, you managed to scout out the stacks here as well, so this is something that is very risky. If the Shadow Fiend looks to rotate over, maybe they
Slaughter's
could
actually
snipe
trying to
this.
do them.
Yeah, there's no way he does this.
I'm super confused.
Some creep, so it's not a complete time to be doing anything top,
Yeah.
but it's really not ideal.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that you mentioned, though, is that Shadow Fiend can rotate up there and take these, and this would be huge. Not only is it getting more farm on the Shadow Fiend, it's denying your opponents experience and farm they were expecting. Io is traditionally a hero. He wants that level 6 at around 10. If you can get it at before the 14-minute mark, you're pretty happy. 14 minutes is a bit late. But if you can get it around 10 minutes, which you usually can with these mass stacks, although it looks like Slaughter, you're in the wrong part of town. Good thing that sprint is free. But yeah, this is just going to really speed up IO's leveling and also get farm on your Tiny, so...
I actually wish he would have stayed around there because he knows Tiny's going to combo the stack, and he's not in danger when Tiny's back, and you just
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
can't do anything to you, but I guess he just wants to win instead.
Yep. And this is what I'm talking about. We already have an aggressive ward to block the camp. We've got another ward here. We got another Lich going down. Mystico, no one's rotating for him, so I think he's just going to eventually fall. Burn down to the Ion. I mean, yeah, this is letting Van... Oh, actually, a nice little
That's
kind of juke
really
tricks he
good juke.
played there. I don't... Oh, holy cow. He's going to live. Now they've got a wraparound coming down. There's a cooldown. Is it going to hit anyone? Yes, it is. Greedy gets hit on the edge, but I don't think they have anything. No, they don't have anything to stop the TP right now. That was one of the most people jukes I've ever seen.
That was one of the only ways he was surviving there, so nice heads up play from him.
Yeah. We're switching over to the net worth chart. It's definitely in favor of Unknown with all the stacks and so on. I still think Shadow Fiend, he has, well, he's just taken his stack, so
Radiant's top tower
he's got a road to climb, but as you said, maybe taking that stack, making sure that they're not doing Ancients as well.
Radiant
all good
structures
things.
Are fortified.
Yeah, once he gets his
Dire's bottom
set of
tower
items
is
up,
under
like,
attack.
he's gonna finish his... That's my opt for an Aquila, or he might decide to go straight into the mech. Just decide to go mech, he
Radiant's
could also
top
go like
tower is
SNY or
under
Helm, just more.
And yeah,
Sonic
up top.
Wave top on the
Yep.
slider.
I missed that one unfortunately because I was looking at down here. I don't know if you saw, but both sentries placed missing this ward. This one's a bit of an odd spot. I haven't seen that one too often, but I really like it. And it's what I was talking about before. I feel like they've got. Oh gosh, did they see the smoke with that?
No,
I don't think
they
they saw
were like
smoke.
over here when they smoked. So
No, yeah, I think they were
They
just
could have
out of
seen
range.
style or the animation.
But doubt anyone was looking.
Point.
So.
But the chances of that are slim.
Yeah, they're going in. They're actually doing what you said. They're going for the stack, and now they can kill the IO. Might be the easy target. They're gonna get him easily. And now the cooldown, it's going with. Not gonna slow him down, but they get the creeps and not gonna get another stack. But they also get themselves a super deep ward, and they'll lose bottom lane. I wanted to say, I feel like though, Unknown have a really nice setup now. For as the game progresses, seeing the movement here is gonna be easy. Relocate ganks.
Yeah, especially when EWolves think there's no ward there because de-warded. Or they attempted to de-ward and didn't find anything in like the more obvious spots. But I say this ward is very obvious in terms of most people place it, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I've just seen the higher, the lower down here, the very low down here. You got a bunch over here and so on. So
So maybe he knows it's there.
yeah. And if they can get rid of it, it really just helps them up. It's hard to relocate gank blind. Sometimes you relocate onto someone in the lane, but you don't realize they had a lot of backup. So often you don't do it without vision. The tower's gone. They do manage to get it. Here comes the follow-up, but nothing. He couldn't get in range for the ignite on Hoshimiki. So no follow-up there.
Really nice that they moved Gyro early to put some pressure on the map. They only got the kill on the IO. Don't know if they actually got any of the stack creeps, even though it wasn't a big
I think they got one. They got like
warrants this rotation.
Yeah. And they don't lose their bottom lane either during all of that. And now some stacks for Van.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That's what that guy needs. Okay, how do you itemize against IO Tiny? Do you Sanjin Yasha then BKB?
I'd imagine Sanjin Yasha for sure. Just so standard on the hero. You could also go into Scaddy. I think it really depends how you feel the flow of the game's going. If you feel like you're too big to deal with, then you can ignore getting BKB because
oh, we have a relocate gank. Goodbye, sweet Prince Lich. Mystico is having a really rough game, and that's the quick picks we're talking about. Mystico, yeah, you said he pinged it out, but he still hasn't removed it. I don't know if that's just he's really poor. He might be saying, "Hey, Masoku, can you help out? I'm poor."
Shadow Shaman's not going to help out. He's gonna want stuff.
Yeah, now the Shadow Shaman, I mentioned that I feel like he scales a bit better than the Ogre Magi. That's because I was thinking that Blink really helps with initiation. Ogre Magi can go that as well. But also Blink, if you can get the Ags up, which, yes, it's years away, but it's only feasible, you can make a lot of work happen. Greedy knows they're rotating in. I don't think this attempt will latch. And instead if they go...
just want to group up and push.
Yeah. So good, it's helping even out the experience and gold lead, well just the gold, because towers, I think actually towers give like 1 experience or something, because they're structures.
I know
Don't
you used to level up from towers in Hon, but I don't think it's a Dota thing at all.
No, I know that though there used to be like 1 experience on them because of the whole like everything gave experience on accident, but that's not important. We'll just stop talking about it, full stop. And they're gonna continue with the push. They actually...
I don't think they can at all.
Yeah, they don't have the mech yet. They're about 200 gold. Oh no, after that creep wave, they're very little. And as you said, they don't think they can. Well, they've got 6 on Shadow Shaman. If anybody comes near, they're going to be taking a beating from those wards. So that's another little bit of synergy I didn't think of. Presence of the Dark Lord and amp damage going to help these wards since they do physical damage.
Yeah, I mean, synergy between the heroes. I didn't actually notice the Shaman got 6. Didn't he'd get it off the creep wave just because he was like 200 or so away and there were 4 heroes down there, so I need to pay more attention before I say shit. But at the end of the day, they still trade 2 for 2 on towers because Unknown got this tower and they got
yeah.
time they had heroes farming lanes and that's the cooldown used, so I'd favor Unknown in that grade.
IO has also been 6 for a while, has a DD in a bottle. Not so great for the IO, but you'll take it. And there are a bunch of people standing on this wood that, yeah, they're bringing it out. They know this ward is here. They're gonna get to it super late. He actually has sentries coming out to him now. Now, Queen of Pain going for that Orchid, it certainly makes it easier to kill off Smash, but he might just mech through it and live. Like, you're gonna need a lot of damage output.
They have it though, because Tiny got really early ags. He's getting good with
Holy
maxed
cow.
now. Yeah, he didn't go for any bullet items, so it's... I wouldn't say it's...
Wait, when did he have that out? Probably
like a
really
minute ago.
soon. Okay. Yeah, that is a really early ags.
He has 100 CS
Oh
with
my
3 kills.
goodness. He was right there, he broke their stock. That's really unfortunate. They wanted to wrap around. Yeah, he has a lot of CS, he has a lot of kills. I'm still really impressed with Kataru's speed of farming. So, I think maybe going for the Blink, though, could have helped them out a little bit. It feels like he can get some easy pickups this game with the Blink.
They're just gonna use the relocate in instead of this game. He's main carry here. It's gonna be on the other heroes to force the initiations and itemize the deal with the tri-core that EWolves have. You can argue it's a quad core just because.
Oh, we got a relocate coming in. Can they drop the wards? They get them off, but they take so much damage. Shadow Shaman down. Slaughter's gonna fall as well, and you can't kill them if you can't hold them in the wards. That's what Shadow Shaman's bloody there for. Greedy might go down this flag cannon coming up, but a sonic wave, and it's looking like it's all over for EWolves. Smash explodes, and M God. Can Masoko get out? Yeah, he does.
Is under attack.
That was a very, very saving fight, Sonic Wave.
Yeah. Also, the relocate in came at the perfect time. I think EWolves may not expecting it to be right on top of them.
I mean, you've got to expect that the fight's gonna break out there. They're gonna bring the heroes there if they feel like they can fight, which definitely can because they have a lead this game. The co-op has a 40-minute Orchid with treads, balls, stick, full wand actually, so they couldn't really ask for much. But they're in the spot they want to be in.
Now, they're...
Bottom tower is under attack.
Unknown is approaching 7.5 thousand gold ahead. They're also 7.5 thousand experience ahead. Yeah, you got a Shadow Fiend, but even with his flash farming tools, he's playing from behind. And with both Sonic Wave and all the damage coming out of Tiny, it feels like this mech not doing maybe as much as it should be.
Yeah, when you fall behind, mech's just one of those items that loses a lot of worth very quickly.
Yeah.
You're ahead and the Tiny doesn't have, say it's level 7 or something. Easy to just heal up that damage. When he has maxed combo, then there's a quap ulti. It goes from you being able to tank it and make up and make spells irrelevant as to you being dead. Very fine line when the items look quote unquote.
And Queen of Pain already has her Orchid up. She's gonna be working on... She hasn't revealed yet. She actually has options here. I feel like BKB isn't awful this game, you know?
I think
Dire's top tower
game.
is under attack.
actually smoking to look for the wraparound on E1.
Oh,
Alicia's in a really good position. Shadow Shaman, so they're not going to be able to find this.
Oh, but
Courier.
here come the bolts. They're gonna get Courier. I think they're gonna get everybody dead here. Shadow Shaman doesn't have wards. It's a really nice cooldown, and then silence, but Lich, the ulti doesn't help them now. They're all taking so much damage at the same time, so is Tiny. The IO, he comes in, and I think actually they're gonna get the kill. I'm not quite sure how this all went wrong. I'm sure it's explained to me, and it looks like, oh, it's gonna be a 5-man team wipe for EWolves. Oh, can they get a... Give it to the Gyro, give it to the Gyro. I want to see a Rampage. Come on. Come on, the talk. Give him the Rampage. Oh, Smash. What a joke.
I don't think they really care too much about that. It's more like, they know they're behind, they just want to get the kill and even... But when you run into cooldown Shadow Fiend ulti, you have to have a way of dealing with that. And they got the spells off. I think they used the Orchid on the Starladder before he dropped a stun, as opposed to using it on any of the other heroes, so... They got the Orchid on any of the heroes, or their spells went off. I just said it was jump, but they weren't able to execute exactly how they needed to. So that put them back in the game a bit. They were really behind, and now it goes a lot closer to even.
That was a 5k gold swing, and yeah, as you mentioned, getting off the Requiem of Souls, it's 50% damage reduction for whoever it's on, and that just means that I believe it's also 50% damage reduction full stop of everything coming out of you. It's not just physical or something, right?
I actually
Oh gosh.
no idea on that.
What are you even here for, PQ? No, I'm just joking. So it's 50% damage reduction, and that's why Tiny, even though he was getting some good cleave in, was for a little bit both Sash and Van were kind of clumped up together. It wasn't enough. Just you have 50% damage reduction on you. You're hitting like a largish kitten.
I mean, they got a 3-man back into the cleave, so, unfortunately, I think Tiny had already used his combo, so...
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just attack reduction, like, I don't think there's anything that reduces more damage outside of B, right? Other than magic resistance.
Wyvern does. Oh, and as
yeah,
I'm...
but that's like... Okay, well, I could be completely retarded saying this, but I'm sure chat will tell you and you'll...
Radiant's middle tower.
No, I can't read chat when calls. This is horrible, and this is why I was trying to read just then, and that's why I missed a kill. I was trying to read the bloody spell description because I thought it was...
It doesn't specify, I already tried reading the description.
Oh, you already tried reading? Oh.
Yeah,
It's
reading
movement
doesn't
and
work,
attack
just
damage.
kills
It says
right?
attack damage, so I think attack damage means you're right. It might have been physical. For some reason, I thought it was. No, we just never quote this. We're just gonna cut this part out of the cast. Either way, this is a super false Roshan. Tiny has a moonshot. I feel like it is way too early to have a moonshot. You
Disagree with that. It's never too early to have a moonshot.
I just feel like he could have finished up an AC, which gives...
AC would have been better, but damage he could out with a moonshot, and he's probably going to be able to ramp up to the AC fairly quickly if that's what he wants to go for. He can also look for something like Manta instead. A bad alternative, but I feel like might as well go AC.
Yeah.
Unless you really like the Quop's going to get AC after BKB, and then that's logic.
I feel like the AC is a really nice counter to... Oh no, you know it's not real! You know it's not real! You're... Smoked it, Hop.
Oh,
Radiant's
that's...
middle tower is under attack.
Your normal reaction when you see something like that is to kill it, but you know it's not real and you just facepalm afterwards. It happens way too often in
Yeah.
professional games.
I think, as you said, it's just one of those things. You're fired up, you have hair trigger reactions because you're really trying to catch it out. And it was a Quap illusion too, so you really want to lock her down before she blinks away, and then you realize your smoke didn't pop. So, unfortunately, EWolves wasting that smoke, but they're in a position for a push, and I think this will just be a nice little tower trade for both teams. So, looks
I'm not
like...
even sure it will be a trade. Actually, I guess they're not looking to set up at all. They do pop the but none of the heroes are looking then. I'm gonna say they could relocate into fight with the Aegis. How slow EWolves push comparison. They're opting to just spread in the high ground instead.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, and now we have the mass TPs coming back. They need to fight, actually TPing all over the place, and Tiny's gonna back up, but at the same time, now they're going on to Slaughter, and he might take a little damage, takes a Sonic Wave, the Soulburn might get. We're gonna maybe be able to kill Queen of Pain, though she blinks away at the last second. She's on a slither of health, and the cooldown's completely gonna whiff. It actually hits Greedy. They have a rocket on him as well, and he doesn't have another Surge, so... Gonna catch him. Their bottom tower, though, Tiny's gonna be working on it, and he killed off the Lich, who, by the way, is rushing... Well, I thought... No, okay, never mind. I thought he was rushing Aghanims, and it looks like it might have been the casual point booster, because it gives you such great mana health.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. You just want to tank as much as possible. Your Chain Frost goes off, all you can contribute. And if you don't get it off, don't buy items to tank off, then arrange to creep. It's a hard life to be lit. Your team falls behind. You're in a position where you rely on them to do everything. You're just kind of this guy who clicks armor on people and occasionally casts a spell.
Yeah.
Hard life.
Yeah. Another tiny benefit of Moonshot that we maybe hadn't talked about is the night vision, of course. I don't think it's going to really be a big game changer here, but it, you know, it definitely could have some game impact, that increased night vision, so.
I think it's relevant on two heroes, Clark and Walker. One of which will get the item, the other probably not. But
yeah.
night vision is just a small thing for heroes that don't offer any initiation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If he went that and then he had a blink, I would have been like, oh, I can see this. You can get in a better jump, but Smash knows he's in the danger zone. They're waiting. They're hoping to break this smoke. Oh gosh, is Smash just gonna be the bait?
They don't have the best down for him, so...
And here they go.
When
Lockdown be damned, and there is the BKB, but he doesn't have lockdown for them. But here comes Locke. He manages to get the Slithering Crush, but he doesn't realize it because the Glimmer Capes on the back lines. It looks like Io went down. How did that happen as we were watching the front? Oh, the relocate must not have worked. He must have untethered, realizing it was a bad team fight. Smash. Oh, Stinger, because nobody tags up their names. I think this is a dead Ogre Magi. He's actually outpacing him tonight, and now with the Surge, Stinger can keep going in. Does he want to? He's gonna go in. There's the Slithering Crush. Now we got a bloody cooldown coming. And now Van doing a lot of damage. We have TDs with a beautiful vacuum wall, but now they're in the bloody wall, and he's stuck inside of them. Tiny. He can't cut his way out in time, and now he's gonna be held in there, slowly taking the damage. Sonic Wave of Dreams does pick off Stinger, but Tiny has lost Aegis, and now BK beat up Quap. She's going to work on these little supports. Van wants to come back out, but he doesn't do any damage, and there is, oh my goodness, Lich ulti. And he's still in the woods. He respawned still in the woods. That was ridiculous.
Dire's middle tower.
I don't know if you've thought something just happened. I don't know if PQ just died. Testing. Oh gosh. So yeah, I've lost my I have lost my co-caster. He did drop in that team fight. That's fun. 1 second, let me fix that, peeps. Okay, I got you back. How long have you been gone for? Okay, excellent. You probably missed that team fight. It was pretty important. The game's done. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. Either way, yeah. No, it was in fact the other way. EWolves took a fantastic team fight. I was wondering why you weren't responding to me, and found out. So they managed to ward trap the Tiny, hold him in place and kill him, and then he of course had the Aegis. He respawned still ward trapped. Yeah, and they locked him down for long enough, you know, with the fact how long the Aegis took to respawn, it made sure the Hex and Shackles were back off cooldown. So really well played there from EWolves.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
to
Yeah.
break it himself, then obviously means fight him Tiny while the Wisp is down, then makes your life a lot easier.
He had no chance. He was locked in inside of the bloody serpent wards the entire time.
You can get out of them pretty easily though if you like Glimmer and you hit once or twice.
Yeah, unfortunately
you
he
can
was
reload.
locked down the whole time. He was held with shackles, so
I actually really like the bottom for the tier 3 trade. I really like this.
I agree. They should have Wave Foster push even with Serpent Wolves, and it feels like they need to return on the side of EWolves. They're gonna lose a Rax. They might be able to get one as well. Oh gosh, their push is so slow. They have Wall Vacuum, Sonic Wave combo, and a lot of people are low, but the mech healing them back up. There's a cooldown to keep them in it, but oh no, they actually didn't finish off the Rax on the bottom lane. Shaman managed to kill off the Queen of Pain. I think she blunking aggressively. I'm so confused right now. It's because I'm trying to also keep an eye on bottom. They're now pinging it out, and I don't think they have enough to even get these mid-ranged Rax.
Ah, the catapult's getting it.
Oh yeah,
Bottom.
the catapult.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
It's getting the melee rack bottom.
Oh, okay. The catapult's getting the melee rack bottom. They're going in onto Smash, but he panels the Requiem of Souls, and that's a dead Tiny. Again, the eye ult bouncing, the Lich Frost ult bouncing so beautifully. They've gotten the racks in bottom though at the same time. They'll get a full set up here, but somebody needs to go back down bottom. And now they're losing damage on the range. He needs to kill that bloody siege creep. So somehow this team fight works out for EWolves. Did you catch how Quap died?
No, I was still watching bottom so you could watch the fight.
Yeah. Good plan there. Oh gosh, this siege creep.
At least you can't kill siege creeps, it's hard.
No, he
he
can't,
hits for
he
like
can't.
nothing.
And they have so much magic armor that he can't just blast them. So
I mean,
that
his
team
trade
fight.
cross top was pretty legit, bounced
Oh, yeah.
several times, so...
Well, I think it killed off the Tiny, and then it bounced between two of the members of Unknown, and they couldn't separate fast enough. It was bouncing so fast, so really well played there. And Unknown, I felt like they would have that team fight. They got off a really nice vacuum Sonic Wave combo, but it wasn't enough.
I feel like they obviously knew they didn't want to fight her. They reload bottom. The Tiny unfortunately didn't have a TP, so what I expected them to do was have the Wisp go back to the base and leave the Tiny to finish the racks, and then you can either just run away or you run into the base and buy a TP, because EWolves back off to try and TP down bottom to catch the Tiny. You have the Darkseer and the Ogre that can go and catch them when they go to TP. But they instead opt to bring the Tiny back. I don't think he quite knew what was happening because he ran around mid a tiny bit. But if they look to do that again, I expect them to just go for it. They're not winning the fights at all.
Yeah, and they suddenly have the option. Okay, I'm now watching the 2-minute delay team fight to see exactly what happened to the Quap. She went off to the side, she died to bloody flat cannon.
Radiant's middle tower is under
She only took armor, so...
Yeah. She was she tried to get out of range of everything, and her blink wasn't up, and she just took too many auto attacks.
has fallen.
And
So-
Dax is wrapping around bottom, so he might be able
Tower is under attack.
to go for it, but he's opting to stand the background instead.
Yeah, I mean, is this worth it for EWolves? They're losing their racks. They're losing their racks so fast. You watch their base. We're gonna feed them into the wall combo. They're not even gonna get this tier 3. They gotta focus the stupid wards. Too many illusions. And now they're losing their whole bloody base. They're just going for melee attacks in a bunch of different lanes on the side of EWolves. They've got a TP back in. Slithering Crush does come out, but he can't kill either of these. He can barely even fight them unless he gets a bash of dreams. He's just glimmer caping up in between them. And now they've got, oh goodness, they're missing racks in almost all of their lanes. They don't flip or anything. They're gonna go work on it, and now they might actually be able to just get bloody megas here if they head out to bottom.
Has fallen.
Yeah,
That was
that's
not-
pretty much... I would have so gone for the reload play here, but they know that they still lose the game. So they just need to throw bodies at this reload at this range racks with buyback. They could probably even backdoor it Tiny because he has so much damage.
And then IO Glimmer Capes TP's out. Oh, they used
he
the Lich
doesn't.
ulti to kill him.
That's
That
worth
was
it.
great
Yeah,
prejudice.
as well, so it's
Yeah.
lower cooldown, I believe.
I do not believe you're correct on that, sir.
Oh no, it's for levels that reduce
Yep.
cooldown. It's still only 97, so I think it's fine.
I think this is a really weird game. Instead of taking team fights, I understand Unknown deciding they've taken a few bad team fights, had a lot of trouble keeping their Tiny alive in them to do good work. So they're just ratting, but it's working. I feel like EWolves has to know that a Tiny will outpush them any day of the week.
Yeah, they're just... It's hard to, in the moment to realize exactly what's happening because you're obviously concentrating on your hero, concentrating on what your team's saying to you, and then you just comes back to your base and you're like, oh shit, this is actually not working out like we perceived it would. So
Now,
adapting on the fly is really hard when your cap needs to make a call between 5 heroes, and that's actually a Hex that walks in and dies on the courier. That's really
yeah.
big.
Also, the Queen of Pain was trying to wave cut. Oh gosh, is she gonna get their courier in exchange? Though she might be able to get their courier. It's empty, and she's stuck in the tree. They can stun
dead.
wall, then it gives vision. The Quap is dead. What is going on this game? They have a cooldown casually as well, but there'll be no creeps for a while. At the same time, does Tiny have enough damage for the relocate play, which is what we're seeing go down? He does. Backdoor protection is nothing, and they are going to have mega creeps all of a sudden. Doesn't matter if they win the team fight up here. EWolves is up against mega creeps, and Tiny might just go for their base, but I don't think he can go for their base against backdoor protection. But now, here's the relocate back in, and there's no more BKB on Smash. Requiem Souls does come out, but now Tiny does more than enough damage, and he doesn't need that. Now, oh, but
Oh, he got the
Jesus
rampage off the back!
Christ.
That is GG. There's no way he will back from this. And if they prove me wrong, you know, I'll be static. But King Roche on the Tiny now, they're not going to be able to defend against Megas, which they do have, so... Maybe they're just talking it out, realizing what went wrong, apologizing for Game 2.
I don't know what I just saw.
IO Tiny.
Yeah,
Like-
IO Tiny and Vacuum. You can't neglect to mention that Vacuum
Oh yeah,
doing
for
the
the
cleave.
Rampage, sure, but
So-
this game's just all Tiny and IO.
Yeah. So you can have a couple bad team fights Unknown showing us and just not give a shit because you get creep your opponents and actually backing out a little bit. IO doesn't want to be in any danger at all of going down. So they're going to be fine. Easy tier 4s. They're just waiting for the GG call. Actually, EWolves might be able to buy enough time for one last tower defense, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. In Slaughter with that, oh gosh, he's trying to get in position for a good Slithering Crush. He immediately blinks away. They've got Nether Shock coming out, but as you said, it is a hard task to defend against Megas with your lineup. I think the only wave clear got is kind of Nether Shock. I mean, Van doesn't have the items yet. and flat cannon is only 6 shots every 30 seconds. Yeah, every 30 seconds.
I can understand why they're not QGing. They're the kind of players that are willing to talk things through and kind of... They know this game's over, so there's got to be some point to what they're doing.
I don't know, maybe they don't think it's over. It's entirely possible they think they can hold or win one team fight, take out those tier 4s, but that's an Aegis you have to fight him now, and they're going for it. The cooldown's coming out. They get the stun out onto Tiny, but you have to kill this guy twice. He's glimmer caped up, but they see him. They're doing more than enough damage between them, and now, where's the Sonic Wave? Queen of Pain, it's on cooldown. She's already used it. Vacuum wall combo, but BKBs were active, and there's gonna be a Requiem of Souls. Tiny, even with the damage reduction, he's holding so much, but they're successfully kiting him with the Scotty, but now they're in their base, they're taking so much damage. If they get this, they have to get it here, and now Van, he's gonna need to buy back, but he doesn't have it. He does. He gets it off. He has to defend their bloody base. Slaughter manages to kill off Ogre Magi, and oh goodness, we've got buybacks aplenty. And now Van has to fight up against the Tiny, who's just bloody ignoring him. He's going in onto the Ancient. There's so many creeps around. Rocket Barrage does nothing. They're trying to hold down Tiny, but the creeps are killing off Van. What can he do? We've got Button from other people, and now the creeps are just killing them. Well, that's G. Cooldown, maybe gonna take out the IO, but he doesn't care. Yeah, they're gonna get the IO, but Tiny is more than enough damage, and these
Tiny's
creeps.
like, no, you don't kill my West.
And that's it. That's GG. This is game 1 in the bag. 32 minutes in. That was short. And not sweet.
I mean, it was sweet for Unknown. Like, EWolves definitely had some communication issues, or whoever it was calling the shots, deciding to go for the trades, was very vicious that they were going to win them.
100%. What a strange game, honestly. I mean, I should expect this with IO Tiny, but not really what I was expecting. Once again, folks, for watching. I'm Llama Down Under. I'm joined by PQMZ. We're newcasters. We love your feedback on how to get better. You can leave that at Twitter, Llama